Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today I'm going to be discussing a program that has helped me significantly solve problems with games that wouldn't load, became incredibly sluggish when I got myself a Intel 14900 KS. And that program is called Process Lasso. Now, this solution can be done manually, and you can set up the automations yourself, but what the issue was setting process affinities and priorities. So which cores are used for what programs, and their priority. So by launching a game, you would have to set these options every single time in Task Manager if you wanted to fix the issue. Now, Process Lasso holds that information, and every time you start the process, it works back in the background automatically for you. You don't have to worry about anything like that. The free version is great. There's not much in the reason for having the pro version, but I have the pro version because it helped me so much. It's hard to explain. Star Wars Battlefront 2, great game. Would not stay stable enough for me to play the game. It would crash. It would start loading into a game and then just boot me out. The graphics, that had an issue where it started flickering, and turned into some weird HDR mess, even though I wasn't using HDR. The Elder Scrolls Online, you would think that you could run high. It would barely run on low settings. So it was a stuttery mess. You'd walk around in circles and it would just stutter. It would say it would get a 100 plus FPS, but it was just stuttering. Forza 4 wouldn't even launch without this. So, if you've been having the same sort of problems I've just mentioned, Process Lasso will help you solve that. So if you go to CPU affinities, and as you can see, I've made a huge list of games that have had issues. Phasmophobia was an interesting one. Yeah, so if you go to the folder where your process is, like the executable, you go and enter that name into process match, or you can check for the running process, click on it. Where is something that I can add? I don't have anything running that I want. So if you click on this, it'll pop that back into the thing, and then I want to select all my performance cores. I don't want anything running on the E cores for video games. This can work for video editing software as well. If you're having issues with things being scheduled onto the E cores inappropriately by Windows, set everything to the P cores and you won't have any more issues beyond the software. So set everything to P cores, 0 to 15 for me. It should be the same if you've got an i7, but save yourself some time in trying to figure out what cores you have and what cause causes the problem. Usually it's because something got scheduled on one of these E cores. Select P cores and you're Gucci. And then when you've done that, select Add Rule. You generally don't need to play with the delay box. That just, for very unique circumstances. So here's one that I did have to edit. eso.exe. For some reason, it only works on cores 0 to 7. So I'll add that rule back, but yeah, elderscrolls.exe or eso.exe for some reason was only working on cores 0 to 7. And as you can see, here's my action log. It changes the process affinity to work only on the cores 0 to 15, and all my stuttering was gone. Hooray! That's pretty much Process Lasso in a nutshell. That's all I use it for anyway. This isn't really an in-depth review on the software itself. Yeah, it's fantastic. When your games decide that they don't want to work properly because of Windows, not necessarily the game developers, but Windows, then this program's really helpful. I recommend getting the Pro version if you want to support the developers. It's not that much. At least I don't remember it being that much. But yeah, you can also see all the performance information. It's actually really nice. It's like a huge improvement to what Task Manager is. Like, there. Look at this. And you gotta manually set all the affinities in that. Whereas this saves it and just runs in the background, and whenever it detects something running that you've got rules for, then it sets those affinities, and you don't even have to pay attention to yeah, those things being a problem anymore.